Hey guys, how's it going? It's Joe Raiti from Raity's Rides, and I am here for you at the Rolex 24 Hours of Daytona. Right behind me, I have a factory Porsche 911 GTLM race car. There's a lot of things that some people don't know about this car. This is the first 911 race car where guess what? The engine is actually not located past the rear axle. They took the engine and they put it in front of the rear axle. So technically, this 911 is a mid-engine 911. Obviously, Porsche looked at the rule books. They were able to find some wiggle room to get that done because the bottom line is that guess what? Yes, the 911 for decades was one hell of a performer and it still is, but to keep up with the Ford GTs, the Corvettes, the new BMW M8s, they had to do something, and that's what they did last year. This is the first time I've seen the car since Le Mans that they're running a new exhaust. Finally, this thing has a sound like no flat six has ever had before. You could see, when you see this car, it screams 911. But when you really look at the details, you can see where the engineers really did their homework to make this car compete on the track. Everything just from the flared out fenders to the rear wing. The GTLM class is where the factories get to throw everything, including the kitchen sink, at their cars. This is looks like a 911. You might be able to drive off the showroom floor, but I promise you, there's so much extra that this car has that if you park them side by side, your mind would just be blown. Let's go ahead and check out the back, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, guys, we're at the back end of this Porsche 911 RSR GTLM car. You can see what I was telling you about. The car is so wide from the back. I tell you, it's drop dead sexy. But there's a reason behind it. Obviously, they're running larger rear tires. It's all about getting the grip. You can see that big, huge spoiler. Remember, it's not only about getting the airflow over the top of the car, but underneath. You can see this diffuser down here. The tunnels are ginormous, and it's all about sucking the car the track. When they're out there on the banking, they're getting pinned down. They're getting that grip, and that's what's going to project them down that back straightaway towards the bus stop chicane. I really, really love these 911s. They're unmistakable, and I'm just glad to see that Porsche has a factory team in the IMSA WeatherTech series. Let's go ahead and take a look at the front end of the business. All right, guys, here we are at the front end of the business, and you can see that just like the rear end of the car being wider, the front end of this car is wider. These are things that are allowed under the rules in the GTLM class. And the reason why you hear GTLM, the LM stands for Le Mans. These cars not only race here in the United States, but they're also going to be in June at the historic 24 Hours of Le Mans. I am in love with the styling of the front of this car. Like I keep saying, it screams 911. When you see it going down the track, you immediately know it's a 911. And I guarantee you that Dr. Ferdinand Porsche would be very proud of what the factory is doing with these cars and pushing that envelope, going up against the Ford GTs, the Corvettes, and that new BMW M8. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you want something on Raiti's Rides, leave a comment in the comment section. Go visit my website, my Instagram page. And like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.